And there we have it, look. Live chickens. Hi.
Oh yeah.
How are you? Is it a regular route that you take, is it?
Well, quite often.
Yeah, yeah. Is there any activity at Avara Foods, this place? Like with people that are against what they do or anything? No. No? There's Avara Food. They're involved in chicken, aren't they?
Yes, why people complaining about it?
Well, it's just a big, it's getting a bit more public attention now, the Avara Foods business, about what exactly they are doing. What's your take on it?
Oh, great.
What actually do they do inside, do you think?
Just chickens, that's all. Just kill chickens and dress them.
And press them?
Dress them, you know, send them out to supermarkets.
Oh, right. What, do the packaging?
Yeah.
Oh, right,
yeah,
okay.
Both of them. Yeah, my son-in-law's been there 40 years.
So, do the chickens arrive here alive?
Down there, yes, and they just take them off, stun them through hot water and cut their necks and...
So the actual cutting of the necks is done here?
No, down there, I think.
Oh,
down
right,
at the big place.
Is that like what, within walking distance, is it?
Yeah, no, it's only just over there.
Just over here. So that
you against it, are you?
No, we're just there's like some sort of antibiotics going on within the, and we're not sure.
You're not an auditor, are you?
I am, yeah. Do you know me?
Well, your voice sounds.
If you can
on
say,
YouTube.
If you can say the name of...
I know Mickey the bike on the bike. That
yeah.
one. Mick, one with the long dreadlocks.
Yeah. So that's PJ.
PJ, your voice I recognise.
Come on, if you can say it, you get a keyring.
Oh, I do know you, but no, I don't know the name. It's T.
Nearly.
I just call the YouTube to watch you all on that. And Mickey, you do audit. Do you do the one at police stations?
Yes, you're nearly there. There you go, my friend. It's DJ Audits.
DJ,
You actually watch the channel, do you?
Oh, I watch it all the time.
So, you know then, we film random businesses,
yes,
and we highlight any wrongdoings, and there is something a bit fishy about this place.
Is there?
So we're just trying to get to the bottom of it, and hopefully we'll get somebody come out to us like we normally do.
Yeah.
And we'll get some answers and put some
voice. Good.
Yeah. It's a pleasure to meet somebody else that watches the channel. Yeah. So your son's actually worked here, has it?
My son-in-law worked here since he was 16, and he's 54, 55.
And does he still work here?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
My wife worked here for 20 years on the day shift when the kids were at school.
So you know a little bit about it then, because he's obviously told you stories and stuff.
Not much, yeah.
So, do you know nearby where they've got the chicken farms?
Yes, they're a bit controversial, aren't they, by the stuff going into the water in the River Wye, isn't it?
Right, okay.
A lot of pollutions, well, the local paper says the pollutions are coming off and making the River Wye have growing, well, I don't know.
Algae.
Yes, that's the word.
What's your take on it?
Well, you need cheap chickens, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm on a pension of £158 a week, and if I couldn't get cheap chicken breasts, what would I live on?
Yeah. What about how they make the... Well, do you think they inject the eggs with anything?
Well...
To speed up the process?
Well, I don't know, but how do they get chickens?
What came first?
No, I mean, how do the cockerels serve them? Have you thought of that? I heard it's in their food, but I mean, I think you've got all these chickens, so you've got to have a cockerel. Well, a cockerel, they do 30,000 chickens an hour. So how does a cockerel... I still don't know how they get chickens. You know, the baby chickens.
Like a stud farm. How do they get racehorses?
Yeah, but I know, but don't forget, they're producing 3,000 chickens an hour.
Yeah.
Goes through here. Yeah. So a cockerel can't service 3,000...
No, but a load of cockerels can't they? If a cockerel...
I heard they went in the food. But how they do that, I don't know.
What would be in that vehicle, do you know?
Oh, that's chickens.
They're live chickens in there. Right. So I'd like to see that vehicle get unloaded with the drone.
You can try the drone, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you have a lot of problems with that, don't you? People say you're not allowed to fly over.
Yeah.
But nobody owns the air, do they?
So do you know when the chicken lays the egg, and the egg needs to go to incubation?
And that will wise you up a little bit, sorry.
Oh, thank you.
If you read that when you've got time to run the standard.
Because that will tell you a bit more about what controversial issues we're trying to get out of them, you know.
Yes.
So
I'm afraid I'm not a tree hugger and everything. I want oil and petrol because I use it. I know a lot of people are sitting in the streets, but I don't agree with that at all.
well,
But everyone got their own opinions.
from the muck that they're spreading on the fields, there is actually technology where you can put that muck into a machine and it can create oil, and it can create a byproduct which you can then put into the river. You can spread on the farms without risking the runoff. Actually,
Makes the toxics benign.
yeah.
A lot of them use them around here for electricity that farmers do.
Yeah.
All the muck.
Anaerobic digesters.
That's
Where's
correct.
the nearest one? Do you know?
There's one down off the Ledbury Road. If you head towards Ledbury, when you go out of Hereford by the Cock of Tupsley, you'll go down a long straight called the Lug Flats, and there's a big one on the right there.
Okay, mate.
Oh, nice to meet you. I'll see you on your...
Yeah,
What's the latest one you got on there?
Yesterday I actually visited a ford because
With the water going, and I saw that on there.
Yeah, because people are... The road's closed,
That's north, isn't it?
but they're ignoring the road closed sign.
Yeah.
And they're going through, but they're destroying their vehicle.
Was that a Rudford? No.
Rufford.
Rufford
Mill.
Funny enough, I looked at that one yesterday.
Yeah, that's the latest video. And today's video, it's going to be at Toray Textiles in Mansfield.
Oh, Mansfield, yeah, I know
So
Mansfield.
they do come out. I'm just being shown around this new energy from waste. It's actually energy from methane plant. I was being shown around that, and then these guys come over and say, "Don't fly the drone over our building," and all this lot. So,
Could you mind me, how do you make a living, if you don't mind me asking?
when people watch the adverts, we get a little bit of
I just wonder how you manage to... 'cause
revenue.
everybody needs £200 or £300 a week to live on. I just
Yeah,
wonder how-
it pays for the fuel and stuff. So,
Oh, that's good.
it's been a pleasure talking to you.
And you.
Yeah, enjoy.
I hope you get on well.
Yeah.
I might see this one on there sometime.
In about a week's time, this will be on there, and
right.
it features Alan because Alan's invented a machine that can dehydrate chicken
It's on there.
excrement.
Oh,
If you know about it, if you need something, the email number's on there, the address, Anchorman. Yeah.
nice to meet you.
And he can
So
answer
you've
any
got
questions.
You've got a different opinion to me about the chickens, the way they're done then, have you?
No, I'm doing scientific facts totally. I've done tests. DJ's seen them, and they're saying the top scientists says there's no evidence to prove that algae is causing it.
Oh, it's in the River Wye, you can see it.
I've got samples of the Wye from Ross on Wye, from Hereford itself.
Yes.
I've seen
And more up country as well towards...
Yeah. I used to fish all around there, so I do know it before when I grew up fishing all the rivers. Most of the time poaching.
Oh, was it?
But
It used to be a good salmon fit there.
mine was for eels.
Was it? Oh.
Yeah, and they didn't want eels in the river anyway because they eat the salmon eggs.
My first fishing rod was off my uncle. It was an armoured car aerial from the Second
Tank
World War.
aerials.
Yeah, tank aerials, was
Tank
it?
aerials.
Yeah.
The green tank aerial.
Yeah, that was in the river called the River Troddy, down in Monmouth. Yeah. Well, nice to meet you anyway.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
keep an eye out for you more. It'd be more interesting now.
Been a pleasure to meet you.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, and you, ta-da.
So, well, I'm really interested in that vehicle that went down to see the.
Come on then, come and do this if you want.
Full of chickens, that was. So, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're here in Hereford at Avara Foods, and we just had a little chat there, as you just saw, with the gentleman that's just walking past. Right place at the right time. And we're going to have a quick look with the drone immediately to see how these get unloaded. So, this little road here looks to be private, maybe. There's no signs to say that. So let's just see how far down we can get on the public footpath, and we'll go from there. So just as we make our way down to as far as we can go, we notice some stillages. And I've got Alan Darby with me today, the inventor of the machine that
Hi everyone.
who we met in Birmingham at the Conservative Conference Day. He just said these are the stillages for the guts. Very interesting. And we've got another one coming on now, look. Onto site. And I think we will get the opportunity to get really close as he waits for the barrier to open. And there we have it, look. Live chickens. They opened the barrier really quick for him. Yeah.
Anywhere after that pedestrian crossing, this is private property.
So just past the gates, is that all right?
What are you recording?
Yeah, we're just going to make a little video, about half an hour.
The best place for you, mate. Seriously, we had some guy in earlier on, end of the road. You have to take pictures of the chicken wagons as they come in.
What it was, I want to get as close as I can to the site so that when I take the drone over, I can get as far as I can. Are you telling me that after the gates...
After that gates, this is private property.
Okay, so after these gates here, it's public land.
Down the lane is council land, yeah.
No, I'm talking about after these gates here.
See where the pedestrian crossing is?
Yep.
That pedestrian crossing, from there on inwards, is private land.
Yeah, so do we agree then that where the curb starts here, just past your gate, if it was closed, I can stand there?
Yeah, but you can't stand on the road, you need to stand on the pavement.
Yeah, we'll work with you on it.
That's
So
fine,
thank you for that. I'm just going to be, as I say, half an hour. I won't get in your way. I won't cause any obstruction to vehicles or anything like that.
Please don't get on the road though, because it's for your safety more than the cars. Because the lorries, when they come in, they will swing round at the back end. But can you stop filming me, please?
No, it's evidence for the agreement that we've just made. I'm going to stand out there. Thank you for confirming that. I'll return now.
Can you please stop filming me though? I don't.
You can't stop filming in a public place, my friend.
You're not in a public place, are you? You're
Yeah.
Private
Yeah, it's publicly accessible. But obviously, if you want me to leave, you can ask me to leave. That's fine.
Just go and stand the other side of the pedestrian.
No problem at all, my friend.
Thank you.
Sorry? Oh, wow, that's wicked. Got some great CCTV, haven't there?
Yeah, CCTV.
Yeah. So there's one vehicle that's coming out empty now. So they are emptying them really quick. So let's get the drone up at this point in the video and have a look around. So switching over to the GoPro, what they've actually done is they've put this trailer here which blocks the view to the vehicle that is parked just behind it. It's quite clever really. And that is the vehicle that has the live chickens on right now. The driver has parked up, done something, I'm not sure what, but this is the next step. And back to the GoPro, here is another load arriving right now. Live chickens on there. So we've got 2 of them to follow now. That's security in the van. So maybe that vehicle is just filled up with diesel. That might be the diesel filling station there. So let's see where they go. And we've got 2 here. Definitely full, look. You can see all the chickens in there. And did they go onto the weighbridge as well? I think they might be getting weighed. And just while we're waiting for that to get weighed, we noticed another vehicle coming onto site that looked like this. I think that might be the waste product. But let's keep our eyes on one thing at a time. It's good to see them cleaning the vehicles over there. Let's get a little bit of height on it so we can keep an eye on a few things at once. So from this height we can see if anything moves, then we'll follow it. 120 meters. Have we got anything moving to the right there? Nope. Oh, we've got one Culina vehicle coming out from under the canopy. And you'll notice that number 2 vehicle that came full is also at the diesel filling station. And number 1 has now finished his weight. It does look like there's a little office there, a transport office. So where do they go after they've been weighed? So it's going to wait under this canopy here, and then once instructed, he is then going to drive straight ahead under here. So we are not going to see any unloading. It's all hidden from view. So the last we're going to see of those chickens is that shot right just there. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, let's get David back and continue. So just as we come out of Avara Foods, we noticed this building here, Farm Tech Services, but they are using the logo of a little chick. So are they involved with chickens? Because Farm Tech Service, it could be anything. So what do they do here then? And the door says, please come in. So let's go have a look. Oh, it just looks like to be consumables, like blue roll, some sort of water there, maybe distilled water, I don't know. Some masks, gloves. Farm Tech Services. So obviously nothing to do with anything sinister, I wouldn't have thought. Just consumable products. Oh well. At least we had a sneak. Egg washer. You ever heard of that before? An egg washer?
Yeah, because I wash the eggs before they inject them. Right. Kill the germs on the egg.
Right, okay. Monarch washers.
This is an address.
Well, here. And it came from Dalton Engineering Limited, HG45NB.
Little Sutton Farm there, look. Little Sutton Farm.
Oh, Little Sutton Farm. So that's probably where we can aim for then.
Yeah.
And see, why would you need egg washers? Yeah.
Little Sutton Farm.
Yeah. That sounds a nice little lead.
Because they are washed, it says that on the thing,
Yeah.
they're washed. The eggs are washed before they're injected.
Little Sutton Farm.
It's a lovely day out here.
Sorry to startle you, I've just been here for a few minutes. And we're actually after some egg washer. Are you able to sell that to the members of the public?
When you say egg washer, what?
Well, you know how they inject the eggs with the antibiotics? We just want to wash the eggs first, so that's what it's for, isn't it?
Yeah, well, an actual machine to wash the eggs, or?
Well, we're just doing little experiments. We're just trying to replicate the larger process.
Right, right. And we don't really have anything to wash eggs with, to be honest.
Right. Maybe we can go to the place where they actually do the injecting. Is it nearby?
I don't know where we got the injecting from, I don't know.
No, you know the antibiotics that they have to inject the egg with, the embryo?
Right.
You know, it's your industry, isn't it?
Yeah, no, we're not involved in that end at all.
What do they use the egg washer for then?
Washing eggs.
For what purpose?
Cleaning them.
Before what?
Before I don't know what they do with them.
Don't know. Surely that's a big industrial process. You won't...
Yeah, we mainly deal with broiler growers.
Mainly deal with what?
Chicken growers, not layers. You're talking about eggs, aren't you?
The growers. You deal with the growers, the farms. Yeah, well, you're perfectly placed for it here.
No, we certainly are.
Yeah.
I would go to where you get the stuff you're injecting into the eggs.
No, that's the experiment side of things.
Right.
So, but what we hear that they're doing is they're cleaning the eggs first, so that it's sterile.
Right.
So we just want a small scale, replicate it to do some tests.
Right.
And where could we buy the actual same solution that they're using? They said you.
Right. Who said us?
The customer.
Yeah, who's the customer?
Little Sutton Farm. Yeah, I've got them on here. They're one of your customers, aren't they? Little Sutton Farm.
Gareth Morgan.
Yeah, Gareth Morgan, yeah.
Right.
Maybe I should just ask for a little bit from his supply rather than go to his supplier. We're only...
Because you're only looking for a little bit, aren't you?
Yeah, just a small...
Yeah. I would ask Gareth for some.
Okay, all right.
That would be what I would do.
All right, we'll go and see Gareth. Nice one, mate.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Cheers.
So as we're now at the Yeazer Road and Orchard block gate, we can see another vehicle coming out. And he is empty. And he's had a clean as well. So this entrance is for visitor parking, drop off and pick up, employee parking, no pedestrian access, but it does say pedestrians use the pathway.
All across the roof.
Yeah, even more netting over there on the roof. Well spotted, Alan. So we'll follow this sign for pedestrians must use this entrance. Let's see where this takes us. Because they've got some nice barriers to protect the pedestrians from the vehicles. Very nice. What are these made from? And then we get to see interesting things like this. So we've got a nice grass bank here with some sort of air vent, look. And we've got something going into the bank. And we've got what looks to be an overflow of some sort. I wonder if that comes out open. Yeah, it's on a hinge. So it certainly opens up. We've got some exhausts as well around here. It's even got a pipe leading from one of them to the other, going down this manhole. What would you say is under this bank?
It's some kind of storage for gas, I think. What's it say on that sign up there?
On the sign, let's have a look. No, it's unreadable. No. But it has got a padlock, so you can... It's got a ladder under there, it's going down to something. And it's got some other suspicious manhole and pipes. There's definitely something happening under here.
Oh, I don't know.
It's good though, isn't it?
I have no idea, sorry.
Have you never thought about it?
No, I'm only 1 year here, so...
Well, that's your mission for today, find out. Yeah. So, at the other end of this large grass bank, we've got these two pipes coming out of the ground, controlled by valves, going through these ABB, I presume these are meters. Yeah. So it's gas. So underneath here, we have a massive gas tank. Do you want me?
Yeah, yes please, mate. Yeah, but you have been told, mate, it's private property, mate. You just came on the private property, mate. So if I can ask you, mate, to leave the property, okay, can you do this for us?
Yeah, of course.
Well, thank you.
What's that grass bank hill there?
Spunk Hill.
Do you know this big grass bank here?
Yeah.
That hill? What's under it?
Oh, don't know, mate. Don't know.
Shall we have a
but
guess?
If you can leave the property, mate.
Yeah, no problem.
That would be great.
No problem.
Okay, no, can you leave the property?
My guess is that it's a gas tank. What do you think?
Okay.
It's got loads of...
Can you leave the property?
Yeah,
please?
no problem, no problem.
So can you do it now?
Yeah, of course.
So please.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Well, are you security, are you? Are you security?
Can you leave the property?
Yeah,
please?
no problem. I'm just establishing who's asking me to do it. Where you going? Hello.
Hi.
Hello there, mate. Is there anyone I can talk to? A manager or anyone?
What regarding?
Well, what it is, we're just we're YouTubers, and we're just looking to make a little video about the place, about what you do.
Right.
And we're just going to take the drone over and get some aerial photography.
Yeah, the best person to ask is Oliver. If you get through the office, you're right. If you go straight down there, you'll see a shed in front of you with a load of blue fert bags in. Go straight down the side of the fert bags and out, and there's an office directly in front of you with a note door on. Just knock on the door under there.
And that's for Oliver, yeah?
Yeah, that's for
okay,
Oliver.
mate. What's happening there? That was brilliant.
What, in this pit?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just it's a lagoon. It's a dry lagoon. So it's
Oh, so it's permanently dry?
Well, on the outside it is, but inside of it is what we pump digestate into.
Oh, right, okay.
So
What is that? The stuff? What do you pump into it?
Digest it from the digesters.
What, the byproduct?
Yeah.
Right. Don't that normally get?
Yeah, but we've got to hold it before we spread it.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, you can't spread it all year round, so.
So it's held there. What? And as it gets full, it just gets higher.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay. So how does it enter that then? Is it underground? What, and pumped with pressure?
Yeah.
Right.
Is that how it's fed like the Archimedes screws?
Sorry?
Is that how you feed it with them Archimedes screws?
Yeah. Yeah, some of the systems, there's like 2 different feeding systems on there, so some of them are on augers like that, others aren't. So,
Interesting.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
yeah.
Nice one, mate.
Yeah. Just speak to Oliver and he'll square you away.
Thank
Right.
you. So we'll go and find Oliver. Hopefully, just talking to the camera. So guys, we're going to find Oliver. Hopefully Oliver's going to be as helpful as that guy. And will we get an internal tour? Let's see. Hello, Oliver. Oliver.
It tells me one thing.
Ammonium nitrate.
It's not as fucking good as I reckon it is.
Yeah, because
Would it be here?
they've got so much of the shit that they can't process. You know, these steels surely shouldn't be bending like that on the weight of the shit. They should be upright, shouldn't they? Well, we've got a telehandler there, a 53695, and also Agrifac. I think that is what they use to spread it. One of them, isn't it? The pipe enters through the back, and it's all sprayed through these nozzles and ploughed into the field. Yeah? Got another big tractor there at the back, Fennu, I think it says, and some sort of hopper. We're on the hunt for Oliver, so we'll keep walking around until we find him. But yeah, look at the weight on this this wall, look. Yeah. From this angle, you can see it's pushing it all back. Yeah, some weight. And it's even cracking the concrete.
It's been there a long time, Adam.
You reckon? Doesn't seem like much is moving. Yeah. Well, we can't see no sign of Oliver. But this is certainly the Chicken Poo, isn't it? Would you say this is Chicken Poo?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Absolutely. Oh my God, that stinks. Yeah, struggling. Yeah. Oh, that is horrible. So what's happening here then with this waste product coming out?
It's been cleaned, that is, yeah. It's been cleaned.
So that's the stuff that they can spread.
Pardon?
That's the stuff that's safe to spread on the fields. That's got less phosphate in, yeah?
So they say.
Right. So what's the stuff that's going under that tarpaulin? Is that not this?
No.
So that's the other byproduct.
The water must be on there.
The watery stuff.
Yeah. That could be the holding pen for the water, you know, the water fertiliser.
Right. So we've switched to the main camera whilst we see this vehicle tip its load. We can't find Oliver at the moment. I have got the drone in the hand, ready to show him. But we may as well catch this action while it's here. I'm just going to film the tip, mate, alright?
What's that?
I'm just going to film the tip. Just going to film the tip.
Oh, right, yeah.
Do you reverse all the way back, do you?
Yeah, just back a bit further.
Right. Do you just come and go all day long, back and forth?
Yeah, as long as that.
Sorry?
Only seasonal.
Sorry, I can't hear you, mate.
It's only seasonal.
Seasonal, yeah. But today, like, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's going to reverse all the way down there. So I'll just get out of his way.
You've got about 30 tonne on there.
About 30 tonne.
About 30 tonne,
He says it's very seasonal work. I says, are you just coming backwards and forwards all day long doing this? He said it's seasonal.
Yeah. Looks like it as well. And this is fresh, this is.
Yeah. Looks very fresh, doesn't it?
Yeah. This is the old stuff there.
Yeah, I'm just going to get this from the other angle. Hello.
Get off the site.
Are you Oliver?
Get off. No, I'm not. Get off the site.
Well,
You've
look-
got permission to be walking up.
Calm down, calm down.
No, you're walking on my site. Off the site.
Excuse me,
over
my
there.
friend.